Hello, my friend. Welcome back to English Conversation Zone. I'm Jake, and today I'm talking about how to speak fluent English in 2026. You know, I'm really excited about this topic today because I think 2026 is going to be an amazing year for your English learning journey, and I want to help you understand what fluency really means and how you can achieve it this year. So let's take a nice, slow, deep breath together and let's begin this conversation. First, I want to talk about something very important. What does fluent actually mean? Many students think fluent means perfect. They think fluent means you never make mistakes. But that's not true, my friend. That's not true at all. Fluency means you can communicate your ideas smoothly. It means you can express your thoughts without stopping too much. It means people understand you easily. You see, it's about communication, not perfection. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're at a coffee shop. You want to order a cappuccino. A fluent speaker might say, "Hi, can I get a cappuccino, please?" But maybe they pronounce cappuccino a little bit differently. Maybe their accent is strong. Does the barista understand? Yes. Did communication happen? Yes. That's fluency, my friend. That's what we're aiming for. Now, pause here for a moment. Think about your own English journey. When you speak English, do you stop a lot? Do you search for words in your mind? That's okay. That's completely normal. Everyone does this when they're learning. The goal is to reduce those pauses, to make your speech smoother. And I'm going to show you how to do that in 2026. So let's talk about the first big idea for speaking fluent English this year. The first idea is this: input, input, input. What does input mean? Input means the English you put into your brain. It's the English you listen to, the English you read. You see, your brain is like a garden. If you want beautiful flowers, you need to plant seeds, right? If you want fluent English to come out of your mouth, you need to put a lot of English into your brain first. In 2026, we have so many amazing tools for English input. You can listen to podcasts like this one. You can watch YouTube videos about topics you love. You can read articles, books, or even social media posts in English. The key word here is topics you love. Don't force yourself to study boring things. If you love cooking, watch cooking shows in English. If you love football, read football news in English. When you enjoy the content, learning happens naturally. It's like magic. Let me explain this with a little story. Imagine there's a student named Maria. Maria loves fashion. She loves clothes. She loves style. She loves makeup. Every day, Maria watches fashion videos on YouTube in English. At first, she doesn't understand everything, but she keeps watching because she loves it. After 3 months, something amazing happens. Maria starts thinking in English about fashion. She starts using words like trendy, outfit, accessory naturally. She didn't memorize these words from a textbook. She learned them through input, through watching things she loves. That's the power of input, my friend. Now, say this with me slowly. Input is important for fluency. Good. Say it again. Input is important for fluency. Excellent. You're doing well. The second big idea for 2026 is practice speaking every single day. I know, you might be thinking, but Jake, I don't have anyone to speak English with. That's okay. You don't always need another person. Let me tell you some ways to practice speaking alone. First way, talk to yourself. Yes, I'm serious. Talk to yourself in English. When you're cooking breakfast, describe what you're doing in English. I'm cracking an egg. Now I'm putting butter in the pan. The butter is melting. This feels strange at first, but it's very powerful. You're training your mouth, your tongue, your brain to produce English words. And nobody is listening, so there's no pressure. You can make mistakes freely. Second way, record yourself. Use your phone to record yourself speaking English for 1 minute. Talk about your day, talk about your feelings, talk about anything. Then listen to the recording. Don't be too critical, just notice your speech. Are you speaking too fast? Too slow? Are you pausing too much? This self-awareness helps you improve. And here's a nice tip. Record yourself once a week. After 1 month, listen to your first recording and your fourth recording. You'll hear improvement. You'll feel proud. This is very motivating. Third way, shadow native speakers. What does shadow mean here? It means to copy, to imitate. Find a video or audio of a native English speaker talking slowly and clearly. Play a sentence, pause, and then repeat exactly what they said. Try to copy their pronunciation, their rhythm, their intonation. This technique is called shadowing, and it's incredibly effective for building fluency. Many language learners use this technique, and it really works. Take a moment here, pause and think. Which of these 3 methods sounds easiest for you? Talking to yourself, recording yourself, or shadowing? Choose one and try it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Small actions every day create big results over time. Now let's talk about the third big idea for speaking fluent English this year. The third idea is this. Focus on phrases, not individual words. What do I mean by this? Well, many students study English by memorizing single words. They learn happy, sad, angry, excited. That's good, but it's not enough for fluency. Native speakers don't think in single words. They think in chunks, in phrases. For example, we don't just say angry, we say, I'm really angry about that, or that makes me so angry, or I got angry when he said that. You see, it's phrases, not just words. In 2026, I want you to start collecting phrases. When you hear or read a phrase that sounds natural, write it down. Create a phrase notebook or a notes app in your phone. Here are some everyday phrases you can start with. I'm thinking about. This is very useful. I'm thinking about going to the gym later. I'm thinking about changing my job. Practice this phrase right now. Say it slowly with me. I'm thinking about. Good. Another useful phrase is I can't wait to. This expresses excitement about the future. I can't wait to see my family. I can't wait to finish this project. Say it with me. I can't wait to. Excellent. You're doing really well, my friend. Here's another one. It depends on. We use this when the answer isn't simple, when the situation is flexible. Are you going to the party? It depends on the weather. Will you buy that car? It depends on the price. Practice this. It depends on. Good job. When you learn phrases like these, you build fluency naturally. Your speech becomes smoother because you're not constructing every sentence from zero. You already have these building blocks ready in your mind. It's like cooking, you know? If you have ingredients prepared in advance, cooking is faster and easier. Phrases are your prepared ingredients for fluent English. Now, let me tell you about something called hesitation phrases. These are little expressions that native speakers use when they're thinking or when they need a moment to find the right word. And guess what? Using these phrases actually makes you sound more fluent, not less fluent. Isn't that interesting? Let me give you examples. Let me think. We say this when we need a moment. What's your favorite movie? Let me think. I really like The Shawshank Redemption. See? It's natural. It gives you time. You know what I mean? We use this to check understanding or to involve the listener. Learning English takes time, you know what I mean? It's friendly and conversational. How can I put this? We use this when we're trying to explain something carefully. How can I put this? I think your idea is interesting, but it might not work in practice. It's a gentle way to express thoughts. These hesitation phrases are very valuable. They make you sound natural, and they give your brain time to organize your next words. So don't be afraid to use them. They're not signs of weakness. They're tools for communication. Okay, now I want to talk about something many students worry about: grammar mistakes. My friend, listen carefully. Grammar mistakes are normal. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes. Now, I'm not saying grammar isn't important. Grammar is important.
But in 2026, I want you to change your mindset about grammar. Think of grammar as a tool for clarity, not a rule for perfection. When you're speaking, your priority is communication. Can the other person understand you? Yes? Then you succeeded. Maybe you said, I go yesterday, instead of I went yesterday. That's a grammar mistake, but the meaning is clear. The person understands you went somewhere yesterday. Communication happened. Over time, with more practice and input, your grammar will naturally improve. But don't let fear of grammar mistakes stop you from speaking. That's the biggest mistake of all. Let me share a little story about grammar. I once had a student named Carlos. Carlos had excellent grammar knowledge. He could explain the past perfect tense, the third conditional, all these complex structures, but he rarely spoke English. Why? Because he was terrified of making mistakes. He would start a sentence, then stop, then correct himself, then stop again. His speech was very choppy, very slow. One day I told Carlos, just speak. Don't think about grammar, just communicate. At first, he made many mistakes, but after a few weeks, something beautiful happened. His speech became smoother, he became more confident, and interestingly, his grammar mistakes decreased because he was practicing so much. The lesson? Practice and confidence matter more than perfect grammar knowledge. Take a moment. Breathe. Are you being too hard on yourself about grammar? It's okay to relax a little bit. Fluency comes from practice, not from fear. Now I want to talk about consistency. You know what consistency means, right? It means doing something regularly, repeatedly, over time. For English fluency, consistency is more important than intensity. What do I mean by this? It's better to study English 20 minutes every day than to study 5 hours once a week. Why? Because language learning happens through repeated exposure and practice. Your brain needs regular contact with English to build strong pathways. Think of it like going to the gym. If you exercise every day for 20 minutes, you'll see results. But if you exercise once a month for 10 hours, you'll just feel exhausted and sore, and you won't see much improvement. Language learning is the same. Small, consistent actions create big results over time. So in 2026, create a daily English habit. It doesn't have to be long. Maybe 15 minutes of listening practice in the morning. Maybe 10 minutes of speaking practice during lunch. Maybe 20 minutes of reading before bed. Find what works for your schedule and stick to it. Consistency beats perfection every single time. Here's a phrase we use in English. Rome wasn't built in a day. Do you know this one? It means great things take time. You can't build a beautiful city in one day, and you can't become fluent in English in one day or even 1 month. But if you work consistently, day after day, month after month, you will see amazing progress. I promise you this. Now let's talk about something that stops many students from becoming fluent: fear and anxiety. It's completely normal to feel nervous when speaking English, especially with native speakers. Your heart beats faster, your hands might shake, you might forget simple words. I understand this feeling. Many of my students experience this. But here's what I want you to know. That fear decreases with exposure. The more you speak, the less afraid you become. It's like swimming. The first time you jump in the water, it's scary. But after you've done it many times, it becomes natural. Speaking English is the same. In 2026, I want you to embrace discomfort. I want you to seek out opportunities to speak English even when it feels scary. Start small if you need to. Maybe order food in English at a restaurant. Maybe ask a tourist for directions in English. Maybe join one English conversation online. Each small, brave action builds your confidence. Each small success makes the next step easier. And please remember this. Most people are kind and patient. If you're speaking English with someone and you make mistakes, most people will be understanding. They might even think it's impressive that you're learning their language. Don't imagine the worst-case scenario. Most interactions go well. Give yourself permission to be imperfect. Give yourself permission to try. Say this with me slowly. I am brave enough to try. Good. Say it again with feeling. I am brave enough to try. Beautiful. You are brave, my friend. You really are. As we come toward the end of our time together today, I want to leave you with some final thoughts about your English journey in 2026. Learning English is not just about language. It's about opening doors to new opportunities, new friendships, new experiences. It's about connecting with people from different cultures. It's about expanding your world. Fluency is a journey, not a destination. Even native speakers are always learning new words, new expressions. So don't think of fluency as a finish line. Think of it as a path you walk every day, getting stronger and more confident with each step. You have everything you need to succeed. You have access to resources, you have time, even if it's just a few minutes a day. You have motivation because you're here listening to this podcast. And most importantly, you have the ability to learn. Humans are incredible at learning languages. Your brain is designed for this. Trust yourself. In 2026, commit to consistency, commit to input, commit to practice, commit to celebrating your progress, and most of all, commit to being kind to yourself. Learning takes time. Mistakes are part of the process. You're doing better than you think. I believe in you, my friend. I really do. You can speak fluent English in 2026. It's absolutely possible, and I'm honored to be part of your journey, even if just for these few minutes today. Keep practicing, keep believing, and keep moving forward. You're going to do wonderful things with your English. I know it. Take care, be patient with yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon.